Aloha everyone and welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm your host, Chad Owens. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I sure did, man. It felt like it was an entire weekend of Thanksgiving. An entire week of Thanksgiving. We celebrated, man, the entire week. There was so much to celebrate in sports, personal life, and so I sure hope you guys had somewhat of the same type of week, same type of weekend. And I hope you guys got to reset, relax, recover. Because it's another big week coming up. It's Monday. It's football fever. So make sure you guys go get yourself a football fever ballot in today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Fill that thing out. Give yourself a chance to win $500 cash. Let's go. Shout out to our football fever sponsors, Mercedes-Benz of Honolulu, Hawaiian Telecom, and Long Strugs for making football fever possible. Guys, go get that, compete, and let's go. And without further ado, like we always do on this show, let's dive on in to the CO2 Rundown. Huge congratulations to our University of Hawaii Rainbow Wahine volleyball team as they won their 10th Big West title last weekend. That is huge, and that gave them the automatic berth into this year's NCAA tournament, which begins this Friday. They're taking on Mississippi State. You know, this is huge, right? I know, hey, this is University of Hawaii Rainbow Wahine volleyball we're talking about, right? We're destined for this. We're known to win championships, to be in the NCAA tournament, to be, you know, top ranked in the country. That's what we're known for. And so I'm just excited that we're back in the tourney. Hey, everyone's got a chance. And it starts this week, Friday. Good luck to our girls. Do what you do, have fun, and make every set count. Let's go. All right, big news in the college football world. University of Southern California, USC, signed now former Oklahoma head coach Lincoln Riley. I guess this is a bit of a surprise to probably Oklahoma fans. I mean, Riley coached, right, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. Before that, he's won some big-time football, right, big-time games. Oklahoma is in a big-time conference, right? But USC has been longing for and searching for that staple coach, that long-time coach. Their last coach like that was Pete Carroll, who we all know is doing his thing in Seattle now. But, you know, every college, every football program out there is looking for those guys, right? Is looking for the legendary coaches that stay in a program for years, right? And, you know, at the end of the day, Riley, maybe he saw himself doing that at Oklahoma, but I'm going to tell you one thing, man. Everyone's got to take care of their families. And if this was a money move, if this was hey, I want to get to the West Coast, whatever it is, you got to respect the man's decision. You got to respect it, right? And so, but this is a huge bonus, huge benefit for USC because they're getting a guy that's young. He's kind of like the Sean McVay, right, in LA with the Rams, who's youthful. He's got that energy. He can relate to the players. I think that's what a lot of programs are starting to turn to, right? Some of these younger guys who sort of have a lot of knowledge that was passed down to them, but they're going to sprinkle in a little bit of that new. They're hitting that update button, right? And so USC definitely hit the update button, and I think they won in this one. So good luck to Coach Riley in USC. Enjoy the Southern California living. And into the NFL we go. And look, this dude has been on a roll. All right, Tua Tagovailoa, you guys know who it is. He helped lead the Miami Dolphins over the Carolina Panthers in a embarrassing way. 33-10 was the final score, and you know, it's a game where the Panthers were coming off of some momentum. Cam Newton's back. Superman was doing his thing, but he struggled Miami defense was getting after him. Cam looked uncomfortable. Tua looked very comfortable. He was in sync with particularly one guy, his former college teammate, Jalen Waddle, who is out there just balling right now. Okay, the Miami Dolphins are a team that's on the rise. They're looking for that wild card playoff spot, right, in the AFC East, who right now, the New England Patriots are leading, right, which is sort of mind-blowing, because Mac Jones started the season off sort of kind of up and down, right? But you got Bill Belichick, and he's coaching Mac Jones up, and they're on a winning streak. I believe 6 in a row. And they are, right now, the hottest team. Might be one of the hottest teams in the NFL that's gearing up towards the last part of the season here. So watch out for Mac Jones and the Patriots. Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, man, just letting the flow. His hair just flow out the back, man. I love it. He did his thing. They handed the Rams their 3rd straight loss. And the Green Bay Packers just look really good. They look dominant. And so it's interesting to see where the Green Bay Packers end up at the end of this season. And one more team, one more guy I got to highlight here, man. Lamar Jackson, he is the highlight reel. He's the human highlight reel. And he becomes one of only a few players, few quarterbacks to win a game, right, to beat the Browns. To win a game after throwing 4 interceptions. That just goes to show, man, how talented he is. And how, not just him, but how talented this Baltimore Ravens football team is. Hey, Baker Mayfield, he's out there with one leg, with one arm, doing his thing. He's persevering, he's pushing through, but it just wasn't enough. Lamar Jackson's out there running around, having fun, man. Kid at the playground. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love the NFL, and I'm just excited to see how the end of the season comes out, how the playoff picture starts to form. I cannot wait. And joining me today to talk about our University of Hawaii Rainbow Warrior football team is my guy, Stephen Tsai. Just tough break for our Rainbow Warriors who don't get to experience the postseason, a bowl game, after finishing a season with 2, I'm going to say, offensively dominant performances. Right? Their offense looks in sync, they look good, they're healthy, and I just wish we had one more game to showcase that. But look, nonetheless, Stephen Tsai, check it out. All right, my guy, Stephen Tsai. Brother, first of all, how was your Thanksgiving?
Well, it was in beautiful, I'd like to say Laramie, but the team was staying in Cheyenne, so I had to go over there. And to go over there, there's wind. I didn't realize it's so windy. That's what happens when you're on top of the world. But there were like 50 plus mile hour gusts, and they said that the smaller trucks weren't allowed on the I-80 because it was so crazy. So, I mean, you're dealing with a lot of different elements that you can't see up in Wyoming. Your altitude, the thin air, and everything, and the winds, and there's just a lot of things that were kind of going against Hawaii, but I guess it all worked out. So for the Hawaii football team, I guess it was a happy Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, it was. Did you guys have like a Thanksgiving dinner? Did you partake with the team? What was that?
The team had one, and then the media relations guys kind of invited me because I was like a lost soul there, and they allowed me to come in there and took me in. And
ate up all the food.
Those special dinners they have for people who have no place to go. That was me. So,
hey, well, look, I'm just happy that you were able to spend Thanksgiving with some people and have some good fellowship. And so that's all that matters, man. And we had a great time during Thanksgiving. I ate it up, man. I ate it up. And so now we are back on track until Christmas.
Yes. But anyway. You know what? The holiday season has already started, I believe, right? So
hey, I'm started to decorate a little bit.
That is.
A little touch here and there. I love Christmas, man. And anyway, Stephen, I also love the way our Rainbow Warriors finished their football season, and it's sad to say that the season's over, because I feel like we just built some crazy momentum the last couple of games. Offensively, we're healthy, we're firing on all cylinders. I feel like it finally came together.
Well, and there are things that there are games that kind of got away. I mean, they had a really difficult time against Oregon State and UCLA. Those were on the road, Big 12, uh, Pac-12 teams, stuff like that. But they could have beaten San Jose State, they could have beaten San Diego State, and they surely should have beaten
Should have
Las
been
Vegas,
UNLV. Yeah.
and which made everyone lose their mind over that game. But but I think they got it going, and the thing about the end of the season is you always want to end your season on a victory. So I know they would prefer to go a bowl game, extend the season, play some more, get practices in, but it's how you end the season that really matters, because that leads to the off season. You lose your last game, whether it's the last regular season game or you lose a bowl game, people are angry and they're questioning things, and it hurts the vibe for the whole off season. You end on a great note, like beating Wyoming for the first time in 30 years over there.
Yep.
That really kind of helps the program, and helps
We
helps
got the
community.
Paniolo Trophy
That is
back on the
key.
islands, man.
Yes.
Let's go.
It is important. I mean, yeah, we're the, I guess, the two most cowboyish Paniolo teams in the league. So I think that was kind of key.
Yeah, big. But yeah, man, it's tough because I know, even for the Hawaii Bowl, right?
Yeah.
The Hawaii Bowl always does better when we're in it.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. Do we want to? I mean, is national champs a goal? Always. So you got to shoot for the stars, Stephen. You got to be okay. The top. We want to be the best in the country. That's always got to be the mindset. But it's always great, man, playing in front of the fans. The Hawaii Bowl has done a great job. I've throughout my career, I've gotten to play in it a few times, and I just love the week. Bowl week is all you cannot top bowl week. And so I don't want to say too much about that experience, because I don't want the boys to be like,
well, the one thing young people forget is that the reason there is a Hawaii Bowl is because of you and Nick Rolovich and Ashley Lee and all those guys, and Craig Stutzman, who couldn't finish the game for obvious reasons, because he punts the ball after touchdowns. But there was no bowl for you guys. You guys beat an undefeated BYU team, killed them on national TV. Some returner had like 2 returns for touchdowns. It was just an amazing game, and there was no place for a 9-victory UH team to go. And they said, you know what? That's wrong. Let's create something. ESPN got involved. Back then, the Western Athletic Conference, Hawaii, they all got together. They created this bowl. It's been a great bowl. It's been a great bowl for Hawaii. It's great recruiting. It's great for fans to have a game and just another game. And that's the thing about the Hawaii Bowl. It's a great experience for the players, not just the game, but the things that are leading up to the game. And the fact that it's a pretty fun game. And anyway, it's a shame that Hawaii didn't get in. I know people would have said they backed in if they got it at 6 and 7, but hey, who cares how you got into the Bruno Mars concert, right?
It doesn't.
As long as you're there,
right? It does not matter. If you're there, you are there. And you know what, Steve? I want to say one more thing in regards to the Hawaii Bowl. It's also an amazing opportunity for the other schools, the other team that comes, right? Because they get to come here. They get to spend a week here. And yeah, the focus is on the game. Don't get me wrong. The focus is on the game, but you earned that bowl week. You've earned that opportunity to enjoy some of the festivities, some of the things that go on. And we do a great job of, tying in our culture. The teams need to learn more about that. They do the Arizona Memorial, the Pearl Harbor. Like it's a great experience of a week, and it's for everyone, right? And I'm glad that we were one of the teams to catapult that.
Right. And you're right. It's great for the businesses. It's great for tourism. It's great advertising. You're national TV. And you're going to have 3.5 hours. And you're not going to just show UH, which is great for recruiting for UH, but it's going to show Waikiki, all the beaches, everything. It's going to be a great thing. And businesses have been hurting. They're starting to open it up now. They're fully opening up, I guess.
100%.
Right. And I'm
December
saying
1st.
This is the time, let's get back to business. Let's get back to work. Let's get back to Hawaii being Hawaii. And, hey, bring in the money, tourists. Bring it in, because we all need.
Let's go.
It's Christmas time. We'd like to see some more money coming in.
That's it. Okay. Well, Steve, now that the season is done, what's our focus? Like, what's our focus going into the off season in preparation for 2022, setting us up for a more successful 2022, a season where, hey, we will be in a bowl game. We will, whether it's, hey, we will win the the championship. You know what I mean? We will be Mountain West champs.
Well, I think a couple of things. First, it's retention, and I mean, I know the grass is always greener other places. People want at this time of year, but you look at there are like thousands of players that end up in the portal a lot of times because they think maybe they're not playing up, maybe they don't feel like this is the right fit for them. I think recruiting back the players you have on your team, that's always key. And even in the best circumstances, the best years, that's the main thing is retaining your players. And that was, I believe after Rolovic's second year as a head coach, they lost a lot of players. That happened during Chow's years. We go back to June Jones, they lost some players. Charles Starp, a great running back, never even played for June because he decided to bolt before that. So, I mean, keep the players you got, and then you got to recruit more and more, and you just got to keep recruiting more and more, and you got to also work it to get the walk-ons, because the walk-ons are that's kind of the heart of the program. I mean, yes, you get the scholarship guys, they fill what they perceive to be needs, but it's the walk-ons who have the spirit, the guys who are paying their own way, the guys who enjoy just the pleasure of going to school and playing for their home state. Those are the guys you have to really kind of work to get, because I think that's going to be the great thing, the next step to building a great program. It's not just who you have, but people you can add to the program.
I mean, I want to add to that, Stephen, like, how important and how big of a focus should we be focusing on recruiting our local talent? We've got a lot of talented local players that are looking to go away more than stay home. I mean, I think it's important that we secure or try to secure some of our top athletes, some of our top guys. And I'm just going to put this out there right now. If you're a top high school athlete here, I'm a football player here, excuse me, and you have opportunities, you're getting scholarship offers. With the new rules in place that you can make money, leverage your brand, I don't think it's a bad idea to stay home now, because you've already established yourself. You've already established a name here at home, and you can go and represent your home state. You can become a household name. You can get yourself endorsement deals outside of football. You can start to set up your post-football career already. And to me, now more than at any other time, Stephen, is the best time for local football players to take advantage of that. And so I think it's both sides. I think University of Hawaii, we need to recruit harder here locally, and the local athletes need to take a serious look at staying home for the reasons I explained.
Right, and and it goes back to, I think June Jones has said a lot of times, where do you want to be after this is all over? Because football can't go on forever. Where do you want to be? If you want to be in Hawaii, you do get the advantage. You get the head start if you played here, if you're a household name, if you make connections. It's a system. And we always talk about you go on a trip, it's a business trip. Well, you know what? This is a business, and you use it to your advantage. If you're a student athlete who's good enough, get that scholarship. If you get that scholarship, take all the classes that you want to take. Take as many as you want, because if it's free, trust me, college can be expensive, even in Hawaii. Yeah. Take advantage of all. Don't waste your time on things. Take advantage of things that will make you better. And while you're here, make connections. I mean, there's some guys, who just came here. For instance, a guy named like RJ Hollis, a guy came over from Arizona and everything, worked his way in. Such a personality, worked with people. He's now making a living, being in sports and everything. And I mean, not playing sports, but, just being around sports and everything.
Yep.
There's just so many opportunities for people, especially if, this is where you want to be. Now, if you want to go away, go experience, that's on you, whatever you want, do what's best for you. But the main thing is get your education paid for if you can, because it can be expensive. Graduate. Don't waste your time being here if you're not going to graduate. That's the goal. A paper's
I agree.
All the time. And then just find something that's going to be long range, because you don't have to have just one plan in life. You can have many plans. You can have a preferred plan like professional football, but have backup plans. And after that, have more backup plans and more backup plans, because, hey, young people,
you never know.
You never know. And I love the young people, because I think young people have so much potential and greatness, and they just, they're just smarter than us old people. And I'm an old person.
When you say us,
than me, all kids are smart. They're just smarter. I don't know how the generation smartness. I don't know whether the water is different now, but they're just smarter, and they're great opportunities.
They're exposed to more. They're exposed to more earlier.
And I want them to do so well so they can pay for my Social Security. Keep funding it. Keep funding it.
Oh man, I love it, Stephen. Look, that's it, man. That's all the time we got. But look, hey, this isn't just a sports show. Look, we're motivators, Stephen. You and I, we're inspiring the future youth, the future athletes, the future leaders of Hawaii right now. So if you guys are watching, thank you so much. I hope you got inspired and motivated by what we shared.
You're not a Kardashian, but you're an influencer, and that's the main thing, right? That's good, right? Yeah.
I don't want to be a Kardashian. All right, Steve.
All right, take
Appreciate
care.
it, brother.
Right.
We'll talk soon.
Appreciate you.
Aloha.
And that is it for today's show. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in on this Monday. And like I always remind you guys, it's the start of the week. You got to come out the gate fast, right? You got to have your feet dug into those blocks, right? We got to be hitting it hard, okay? Build that momentum. Guys, have a blessed day. I'll see you guys come Hump Day Wednesday. Aloha.